That's fantastic.
Sorry,
Yeah, I knew you're gonna do this.
Okay.
Hello everyone, welcome to another interview. Today I have my good friend Paul Roffman. There we go.
Hello.
Now Paul, I've known Paul for years and we've even done gigs together.
We have done gigs.
But at the moment you're not living in England anymore. You have moved to America.
I have moved to America.
You said you have your green card and everything, so...
Yeah, I'm official.
What is that like?
I moved out to LA properly this January.
Okay.
I was there for 4 months last year and now I've been there sort of all of this year. Back and forth a little bit.
Nice, nice.
It's good, you know, it's a very creative place to live.
I would love to go to America one of these years maybe, but let's start with how did you get into magic?
How did I get into magic?
But was it very young or you started quite late?
I did love magic when I was a kid, so Paul Daniels I would watch week in, week out, every Saturday night, I think it was. But I didn't really do any magic. I did it when I was young, and I was reminded of it by friends and family. You did magic when you were really young, and I demoed Marvin's when I was about 17 or 18.
Wow, another one of Marvin's.
Or maybe a bit older, yeah.
Okay.
But that was just, for me, that was just a selling gig.
Right, okay, yeah.
Although
you did learn a few things.
I did, yeah.
A lot of people, they speak about how they've built their chops working for Marvin's, and, you know, I don't know, they learn something at least.
Yes, I had one of the coins, and yes.
Yeah, but what's interesting about you is you are so much into performing because you're not only a magician, Paul's actually an actor too. You've acted in short films, commercials, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. I went to drama school, did 3 years there.
So I'm guessing that helps. Drama school helps.
Yeah, of course, and acting is really important.
Acting is very important in magic. True.
And being in the moment is very important.
Right. So when it comes to performance, would you like to give some tips to some of these people watching? Some of these magicians watching about performance in magic?
Yes. Forget the magic.
Okay.
The magic is, of course the magic's important. And I get into trouble when I say it's not about the magic. Of course, magic's really important. But let me tell you honestly, no one has ever told me how wonderful the 4 ace trick is. Never.
Yeah.
No one ever says that. No one says your card under box routine is amazing.
Right.
Magicians do. What people say is, oh my God, it was just incredible. I felt like a kid.
Right.
I was just amazed. It was so funny. It was so, that feeling, and then it vanished, and the thing, and I don't know how did people are taken up in feelings and emotions. And you know, I was watching an act tonight, funny enough, and at the Magic Circle, and one of the classic things that people do as magicians is they'll go, and now what I'm about to do is I'm about to put the rope in my hand, and now I'm going to pull the rope, and now I'm going to put the cards here, and now you're going to take a card, and I take the card and I put it in the nobody.
That's all about the trick, but then that's But I think what people remember is you, and if you can have your personality within the trick's not important, or you pick a card, but I think it's about your personality, whether you want to be this scruffy guy who's messing things up or whatever. I think it's more about character, right?
It's about character and it's about narrative. And narrative is really important, but people misunderstand what narrative is. People think narrative is there were 4 kings and they were robbers and they went into the queen's house and the 4 queens were 4 maids, and that is a form of narrative.
Some of my audience do that because a lot of my audience watching are beginners in magic, and they've just maybe seen me at a gig and now they're watching, and they sort of, I saw some interest in them, they want to learn magic. I said follow my YouTube channel and hopefully they get some advice, but that's what they do. But so this could be helpful to you who are doing this sort of thing. Oh, hang on.
Oh, hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time we will be waiting for the last of the
oh my goodness. This is live. See, we're in the moment now.
Rules, no gallery and no drinks.
We could pretend we weren't in the moment. Or we could just edit it.
I used to edit things out, but now I usually leave it in.
You just leave it in there.
I think it's more,
this is live.
Yeah.
So actually it's a good lesson, right? Because you're doing magic as well, so being in the moment is everything. And yes, of course, it can be important to have a script, and some people are more improvisational than others. And some people work very much to a script, and both things work. But if you're very scripted and then someone heckles you,
Yeah.
I've seen people who just freeze up. They don't know what to do because they're so in their script.
Yeah.
What do you do if someone says, "Oi, idiot," and you're in your 4/8 trick?
Yeah.
You can either go, "Oh my God,
should I ignore it? Should I ignore it?
What do I do?"
Yeah.
Or you deal with them.
Yeah.
And you say, "Excuse me, yeah, oh, Mr. Genius over there. Thanks for your input. Now get out." No, I'm joking. Sit down. Just shut up. Anyway, the 4/8 trick, right? And then I come back to the script.
Right. Okay.
You've seen me perform.
Yeah. Only you can get away with that.
No, but everybody can get away with that stuff.
Okay.
Listen, you don't have to insult your audience, but sometimes you have a drunk person. What do you do? If they're destroying your show,
true.
What do? Do you allow it to go on? Or do you stop? Or do you get the security to deal with it? You have to be aware and you have to listen. And even when you're scripted, listening is everything.
Right.
You're listening to your audience. We're not in a bubble. You and I are doing something and I'd say take a card.
Yeah.
We're existing together in the moment.
Yeah.
Even if I know the script.
Right.
It's very important. I have to listen to you.
That's a great point. That is a great point.
Listening is everything. It's not about the speaking, it's about the listening.
Wow, that's no one's ever said that. We all talk about how do we speak, what kind of pattern do we use, but this is such an important point. Listening. That's great. That's great advice.
Pardon?
So that's fantastic.
Sorry,
I knew you're gonna do this.
Okay.
So let's talk about your time in America now again.
Okay.
How did you get and how did you decide to
Aeroplane. I've been going to LA for a long time, since I was a kid.
Okay.
And I went there in 2008. I went on a sort of exploration week. I met agents and casting because acting is my primary directive.
Okay.
So I kind of experienced that. There's a lot of banging going on. There's chairs being moved. Don't worry. So I went there back then, and then I got an O1 visa in 2010.
Okay.
But I got it in 2008 or 9, and I couldn't go because there was the crash. There was there was an actor's strike. There was a writer's strike. Everything went wrong.
Wow.
But I managed to go for the last 6 months of it. And so that's when I started sort of making connections.
Okay.
And then I work with an improv group there, improvisation, which is called Groundlings.
Okay.
And that's all about character improvisation.
Wow.
So it's short form improv, as they call it, which is character and emotion driven. And the comedy comes from character and emotion and from intention.
Right.
So I've been working a lot with that. I do a lot of comedy improv there, which also informs magic. And then in 2016, 17, 18, I was sort of back and forth, and 2019 living there.
Well, okay.
And hello.
Another one.
Ladies and
Another
gentlemen,
morning.
this is your last and final call for this evening's TNT Drops. If you want to see them, please make your way right now to the theatre. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm also a member of the Magic Circle, but I'm also a member of the Magic Castle in LA, which is a fabulous.
And you're performing there.
And I'm performing at the
Yeah.
Magic Castle. I'll be performing there 21st, 22nd, 23rd of October and 1st, 2nd, 3rd of November.
Oh wow.
I'll be doing close up there, but I've also got a stage show that I put together, which I performed at the H Club in LA.
Wow.
Which is mind reading based, but it's all comedic and me insulting people.
Wow. What? That's great. Well, I don't know how many viewers are from America, but if you are in America, do message me. I would love to know how many people are in America watching this, and also you can watch Paul perform there. So maybe the Magic Castle you said.
If you're a member, you can get.
Only if you're a member.
Only if you're a member or invited by a member or an associate of the castle. It's a very, very prestigious place to get into. But I'll be and I'm often there. I'm often jump on a table and start performing.
Okay.
I did one of the interesting things we talk about. What's interesting about being there? It's a very creative place in LA particularly.
Yeah. Okay.
And from a sketch that I did in one of my groundlings classes, which was a short improv, I played a magician in this improvisation.
Oh, okay.
And I was at a kids' party coming on to the mothers. That was the original idea. And a friend of mine in the class wrote a short film based on.
Oh, wow.
Where I'm a magician who turns up at a kids' party, but he's an adult magician.
Okay.
I won't say any more than that. But
so where could they see that?
It's on Vimeo.com.
So if you give me the link,
I'll give you the link.
Okay, so I'm going to put the link down in the description of this video.
Down at the bottom of Vimeo.com/Paul Roffman.
Perfect. And then they can watch it there.
The Magic Show.
Oh, sounds good. I'm going to be watching that. I'm going to be subscribed to your channel. Do you have a YouTube channel, or is it?
I do have a YouTube as well. So there's bits of me on Vimeo and bits of me on YouTube and bits of me on Instagram.
I'll put all of those links in the below.
Things.
That's great. Excellent.
Yeah, and I did a little thing with a floating table out in LA.
Oh,
for that was for Condé Nast with Lauren Cohen, who's in The Walking Dead.
Yeah. Lauren Cohen. I know Lauren. Yeah,
so we did a little bit with that. That was fun.
Oh, this is great.
So there's lots of.
There's a lot of actors in LA. It's full of actors.
There is a lot of actors in LA, and it's definitely an advantage being a magician as well. And you, very pertinent to the question that you asked me, and it's a very important question about what is it that magicians should do. You know, what other things should they do? What should they concentrate on? What should they focus on? Go to art galleries. Go to music concerts. Go to museums.
Wow.
Go and experience. Go and look at architecture. Go and do things. Read books that aren't magic. Of course, you do the magic stuff.
Yeah.
But inform yourself. Educate yourself. The more you bring the world to your magic, the more interesting your magic becomes. And what people are interested in you.
True.
You're Brendan.
Yeah.
You are the one and only.
Yeah.
You know, what makes you interesting? It's all the nuances that you have. That's what we love.
Yeah.
We don't want you to be like somebody else.
True.
Everybody does the similar tricks. You know, everyone can make a card reappear, a pen vanish.
Yeah. Yeah.
But nobody does it quite like you. Nobody is quite like you.
That is great points, great tips. What a wonderful interview. We're going to end at that bit, but I hope you learned something from this. And if you did, do like the video, do comment and let me know if you want to see Paul again. Now, it's going to be hard for me to get him back on this channel because he's living in America. But I'll leave his...
well, you can always Skype me.
We could. I'll leave his links if you do want to message him and ask him any questions. I'll leave his links below. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.